going, movie fans? My name is Jonathan. I am a man of movies. Now, I am still on that search for the films that are in contention for this year's Oscar ceremony. And last week, I was able to go to the movie theater to check out our next stop. Let's get right into.
Anywhere there's people, there's power.
Judas and the Black Messiah is written and directed by Shaka King and stars LaKeith Stanfield, Dominique Fishback, Jesse Plemons, and Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton. The film takes place in the late 60s, early 70s, and LaKeith Stanfield's Bill O'Neill is forced to infiltrate the Black Panther Party by the FBI, and in return he will not receive jail time for some previous crimes he's committed. And this section of the Black Panther Party is headed by Chairman Fred Hampton. And the story is about these oppressed people trying to get themselves out of the mud, but law enforcement throwing morals and ethics out the window to take this group who they deem as terrorists off the streets. Now, the story can feel slow at times, at least from what I've seen and heard from people, but I thought there was a method to the madness. And there were enough events interwoven within the movie concerning LaKeith Stanfield's character being a double agent and Daniel Kaluuya's powerful delivery of Fred Hampton and his grit and the obvious political overtones that the film takes to make its message clear. But the gist of the story is done so well by Shaka King. The way he writes and directs it gives us a sense of the gritty realism that came from that time. The blood and guts coming from and to the Black Panthers. We see the streets full of chaos, but at the same time, behind the scenes, we see love and appreciation and admiration. And Shaka King delivers such a great balance of this throughout. And like some films before it, this is a movie where the characters really help out the narrative. And you can give these characters the most honorable and sensible motives in the world, and it still would have fallen short if it weren't for the amazing performances by the actors. LaKeith Stanfield's performance is amazing and convincing as a double agent, and at times even heart-wrenching with the decisions that he's forced to make at times. Is he going to continue this infiltration even though it's not moralistically right? Or is he going to pledge himself entirely to this faction that he has grown to care for? And that's a doubleheader, because while he does grow to care for this faction, I wish he had enough more time to develop a relationship with Kaluuya's Fred Hampton. You'd think that they would be brothers, they would be just side by side all the time, and they do have scenes together, but not as much. But Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton is one of my favorite performances of 2020, and I think he has that supporting actor award on his shelf already. He steals the film from Stanfield himself, who is the lead actor, with his turn of Hampton and the way that he embodies everything that he stood for in this movement for revolution and liberation, and his speeches being so powerful and being so poetic yet reckless, and his mannerisms being so electrifying, so to speak. Now, were there acts of violence that the Black Panther Party pulled off? Yes, there was. This movie is not peachy clean and tells you how it is, but Kaluuya brings his heart and it pulses through with his portrayal of Hampton's leadership and love for his people in this movement, and his ability to convince any person of color to join his movement for freedom. Overall, Judas and the Black Messiah is a beautiful yet gritty retelling of the events that transpired back in the day, with powerhouse performances by LaKeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya, who I wish had more time to evolve and develop a friendship than what we got, which in turn was just a teary-eyed dialogue, with supporting characters that really lifted up their performances. Jesse Plemons playing the FBI agent and Dominique Fishback playing Hampton's lover. It's sad, it's funny, and leaves you thinking, wow, we live in a world that is not as peachy clean as other movies that try to touch on civil rights are. Judas and the Black Messiah is an Academy Award worthy film. Those are just my thoughts. Like always, my opinion is not yours, but have you seen Judas and the Black Messiah? Comment below, let me know your thoughts on the movie. But like always, like this video, share this video with family and friends, and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, movie fans.